Hi, I would like to talk about problem 2262 of leetcode, total appeal of a string. Basically, appeal of a string is defined as number of distinct character for each string. So for example, for this one, we have A, B, and C. So the appeal is going to be 3. The question is asking for us to provide total appeal of all of its substrings. As you know from problem 828, we are not going to find all substring because of the time complexity is going to be too high. There are better ways to do that, which is to find contribution of each letter in the total value. Before I get to problem 2262, let's talk about problem 828 because they are following the same concept. I have already have a video for problem 828, but let's go through it in high level because it's gonna put us the base to solve 2262. Let's say this is our a string and we want to find the contribution of, let's say, this b. We know that we can have AB or we can have B. So the total contribution of this B is 2. We know that the left options we have either 0 or nothing and A, and on the right side nothing. So 1, 2, and 1. So the total options are 2. We are going to write down the code. What we are going to do is we are going to add -1 here for the first occurrence, and then here at the end we are going to add the length of the s basically. So then we are going to go from 1 all the way to the end, the real end, not the one that we just added for the edge case or the last occurrence. Why we have this one? Let's say, for example, for this A, we know that on the right hand side, the right is going to be 1. So we should have, when we want to do that, basically we want to get length of the element minus what is this one. Anyway, so we are going to get left, we are going to get right, and we are going to add them up. Now going back to this question, it's a little bit different because on the previous question, here we could just consider A, or for this one it was just C. But for this one, it's a little because it's different because, for example, this, although we have repeated B, but we are going to consider it once. What's going to happen is on this solution, we are going to consider the first occurrence of that one, and then for this occurrence we are gonna just ignore whatever it has the first b. So let's say first b contribution, this one. We know we have 8 different scenarios. On the left hand side we can have nothing or A, and on the right hand side we can have nothing, B, BC, and BCA. So 4 times 2 is going to be 8. But if you are looking for the contribution of this one, then on the left hand side there is no contribute or nothing, so there is just options are just 1. On the right hand side we have nothing, C, and CA. So for example, for this one is going to be 1 times 3. So on the left hand side is exactly same as the other problem. It's gonna be previous I minus previous occurrence. But on the right hand side, what's gonna happen is it's gonna go all the way to the end. Because for example, for this b, although let's say we have another b here, we don't care if we have another b here. We are gonna consider on this one, let's say for b, c, b, c, a, b, c, a, b, we are going to consider this b here, we are going to consider it once. So we have to go all the way to the end. So basically we are gonna, so instead of that one, we are gonna go len s minus item I. Completely the same thing as we had before. Yeah, here we don't need to add this one anymore because we don't care about that. And then here we are not, before we had -1 because of we added this one, that currently with this design we don't need it. That's it. Thank you.